What up, Kane fans? Happy game day. Cafecito time. Cheers. Hydration. All right, welcome. This is going to be one of the fastest pregame shows ever. Normally, I'm going to do a longer one, but due to time constraints, this won't be a very long one. But I wanted to hop on to give you guys my thoughts on the game today. What do I think is going to happen? Things to look for, things of that nature. But Deneric Carter, first on the chat, thank you so much for the support. Hashtag live squad. Let's go Canes. Here we go. Santouche. How's it going, sir? Michael Becker, what's going on? All right, so I'm going to keep this pretty simple. Our opponent today is Southern Miss, and a slight upgrade from last week's opponent, Bethune-Cookman, in the sense that this is now a Division I team that we're playing. So the jump from FCS, what we used to call D2 or 1AA or whatever, FCS to the Division I level is a huge jump. It's a huge jump. So that should not be overlooked. However, Southern Miss, not a very good opponent. They were 3-9 last year. They took a pretty good Liberty team to 4 overtimes last week. Still, I'm not sold. If you look at the stats, they ran the ball most of the time because they have huge issues at quarterback. They have injuries. They have Frank Gore Jr. taking wildcat snaps. So pretty simple. If our defensive line can impose their will and dominate today and stop the run or at least contain the run, we're going to be fine. This game by the half should be 28-7, 28-10, 31-10, something like that by the half. And my score prediction, like my official score prediction, is 48-20. And the 20 being scored, I think, later in garbage time when a lot of our backups are in there. So please give me your thoughts on the game. What do you guys think? Some things to look for, and what do you guys think is going to be the score at the end of the game? Lakers all day. I am not going to the game, unfortunately, today. Way too much to do. Noon kickoff. Hot as hell. I wish I was going. I would like to go, but I just too much to do today, unfortunately. But I will be there for most home games. So yeah, that's my score prediction, 48-20. What do you guys think? Now, certain things to look for. The key matchup here is going to be the trenches. Our D-line needs to dominate and impose their will, like I said, and they need to play discipline. They need to contain that running game, contain, I was going to say the mobile quarterback, but I don't even know who is going to be playing quarterback. When the play breaks down and we're on defense, don't let the quarterback or anybody escape the pocket and get a big gain on this is what I'm trying to say. Keep that lane integrity, keep that discipline, and we should be fine. The offensive line for Southern Miss, for a G5 school, they're pretty big. They got some good size. So that's why I'm saying this is going to be a key matchup for this game. We get to see the D-line get penetration and the edge rushers fly off the ball. I want to see the edge rushers fly off the ball, but not without discipline. That's going to be very important. We can fly off the ball on most teams' tackles for sure, using pure speed. But teams are smarter these days. You can't just go off speed. Color off top of that wine holder, built above the fridge is awesome. Oh, thank you. I do like that. That is a nice feature of my new place. Thank you. 64-3, the defense shuts them down. Hey, listen. If we put a whooping on them like that today, I will be very pleased. I'm expecting them to cover the spread. I think the spread right now is like 26.5 or something like that. If we cover that, I'm good. I expect us to. If we put a whooping on them to that extent, we beat them by 60 points, I'll be very happy, even considering the opponent, because that'll tell me Coach Cristobal's not intending on taking his foot off the gas on opponents, which I love. Now, don't leave the starters in there the entire game, which I'm sure he won't, but that would be very nice to see if we can dominate to that extent. I think we'll get off to a hot start today because I think the team wants to send a message, so to speak, to Texas A&M and to the country. They've heard all the negative coverage, and especially the wide receivers. I would love to see them get involved today. But if we jump out to a big lead early, similar to the way that we did against App State on the road back in 2016. You all remember when we traveled up to App State, it was like the biggest game in their school's history. Everybody in the town went to the game. First play of the game, Mark Walton takes one to the house. And the game was pretty much over after that. I think we jumped out to like a 28-10 lead, something like that. And we ended up winning I think that one was like 45-10, 48-10, something like that. It was a blowout from the get-go. They had no chance. I would love to see a game like that today. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button. Orange and green blood. What's good, Canes family? It's game day. Go Canes. Yes. My favorite time of the week. What's up, Johnny? Doing all right? Yes, sir. I'm doing great. But yeah, so like I said, I'm keeping it simple today. Those are my thoughts on the game. More of what I'd like to see. I mean, look for guys like Zion Nelson to get into the game, but not too much. I think he's definitely gonna get some snaps. I would love to see him get in there and at least get into a nice little rhythm, get some reps, get him ready for Texas A&M, because I'm sure they intend on having their star starting left tackle in there for that game. Now, interesting is what they're going to do with Jalen Rivers, with John Campbell. Are they going to rotate them? What are they going to do there? Because John Campbell did great. He is part of your, if you're going to have your best five out there, he's definitely part of that best five. How does he fit in? Which is a good problem to have. Now you have two good tackles. What do you do with them? I'm guessing they're just going to move Campbell to the right side and leave Jalen Rivers where he is. A talent like Jalen Rivers, you don't want to move him around too much. I think they made that mistake with Navon Donaldson a few years ago. The dude dominated as a freshman at right guard. I want to say he was a freshman All-American. Should have just left him there. Jonathan, if we score 60 plus and hold them to 2 touchdowns or less, that'll be a nice progression. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Do you think Daryl Porter will play more at cornerback? I think so. He got in there in the last game. I expect him to see him more. Expect to see Chase Smith out there more. Expect to see Avante Williams out there a little bit more. He did not play much in the opening game. I think that was for a reason. There's certain guys that you obviously don't want to get nicked up before this huge game in College Station next week. Looking for improvement today. Progress. Are we getting better every week? Agreed. That's the most important thing. Are we getting better every week? I think we win something like 45-7. The defense will play better, and we'll see a few more deep shots by TVD. Now we're facing an opponent we actually have to scheme a little for. Good insight. Yeah, I think that little bit of extra challenge today will force us to involve the wide receivers more. And I think I'll end on this. I want to see Romello Brinson, specifically him, but also Keyshawn Smith and guys like that. I want to see them get involved in this game. I know you probably don't even need to involve them today to win this game big. That's fine. But you need to involve them to get them going. Get their reps in. Tight end is going to chew up the middle of the field like they always do. Whoever's playing tight, it's going to be Will Mallory starting, obviously. But whoever's open over the middle, they're going to eat up the middle of the field. And let's see what else. Special teams, I want to see a continuation of what we saw in the last game. That was one of the best special teams performances I have seen from this program in a long time. Perfect on extra points, perfect on kickoffs. Everything was a touchback, which is huge. That's, that conserves your kickoff team, keeps guys fresh. There's a lot of reasons why, kicking the ball through the end zone is very important. And those are a couple of reasons. The kickoff return team did great blocking down the field, averaging 60 plus yards of return. Maybe we'll see Lou Headley get in there today. He did not get into the opening game at all. But I want to see continued progression on the special teams unit, because I think they'll pick up the slack where certain games where our defense might not look super sharp, which is going to happen this year. That's going to happen. The offense even may not look super sharp in certain games, but if the special teams can pick them up in certain games, that's going to be huge, because championship teams, they can score and make big plays on all three phases of the game. Malik Curtis runs a kickoff back for a touchdown. Hot take. Okay. You think Malik Curtis is returning kicks today? I think he'll do it. Maybe he'll do it before the season ends, but today, I don't know. I think they're going to keep Keyshawn back there. How do we play the run? This is a run game test for our defense. Agreed. But the scheme is not going to have to be super complicated. Like, stop the run and you dominate this game. That's pretty simple. Yes, I want to see Keyshawn Smith on more punt returns. Let's see if we see him out there. Let's see. All right, guys. Thank you for hopping on with me for this quick little 10-minute pregame show. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And, those are my thoughts on the game. Just wanted to keep it short and sweet. I think Miami wins this game 48-20. I think they win big. It may be more than that, but I'm kind of going conservative, keeping my expectations a little lower. This is only game 2 of this long-term rebuild, this long-term project of Cristobal Radakovich and Highsmith. We're building for the future, that's for sure. But remember, this is only game 2. That being said, I think we have a pretty comfortable win today. One more hot take. Hot take, we have another game with not punting and TBD looks bored again today. Maybe TBD, 7 for 7 on scoring drives and he goes and takes a seat at halftime. I'd be very okay with that. All right, guys. Thank you for hopping on. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on the way out. As always, go Canes. Have a great day. And please have fun at the game. Be safe. And take care. I'll see you guys this week. Later.